I've never had a book break me down so bad and have me in tears, but Crystal girl, you broke me. You broke me. You had me in tears. Is this a safe space? I know this video is like probably a week late. Sorry guys, like I was getting used to the new year. You know, we're already on our new year resolution, new year, new me. But that's the past and we're in the present. So let's think about the present and move forward. With that being said, hi everybody, I'm Daybe baby and welcome to my channel. Chances are this isn't your first time seeing me and you're pretty comfortable, so you might as well go ahead and subscribe. Like this video while you're at it. Make sure you click the notification button so you don't miss out on any new videos. Just a preface, I have my laptop with me for my notes. If you guys are wondering, why does she keep looking down if I do end up looking down? Lo siento, but we're here. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be discussing Rootless by Crystal Zara Appiah. I'm not sure how to say it. If I butchered it, I'm so sorry. Y'all, this book really had me in tears. I just want to start off with this book, my heart. Like, it was to the point I had to go on Instagram and I DM'd the girl. I'm like, I love the book, but you broke me. You broke me. You had me in tears. She's like, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's like, I did, but oh my God. So Crystal is a British Ghanaian author. This is her debut book, and I feel like this is like very hefty and well written for a a debut book. I really did love this book. The book is only like 300 pages. Let me see. It's like a standard book. It's about 350 pages. So it's a standard read. I read this within a week. I think it took me about a week, and that's because I feel like I'm a slow reader. I take a little more time than the average person. I've known girls that are like, I'll finish a book and start a book in a day. I'm like, oh, honey, I've never been that girl. But like I was saying, she's a British Ghanaian author. A lot of the authors I've been reading have been British Ghanaian. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. There's something in the water. Those girls are just born to write. I'd actually like to give a shout out to Black Lore UK. She's the person who's been recommending a lot of the books that I've been picking up lately. And I'm like, I didn't realize, like, it didn't come to me that she's a UK-based content creator. So obviously a lot of the authors she's going to be suggesting are UK-based. And baby, the books have been banger after banger after banger. Banger after banger after banger. I think I'm going to have to probably get out of the genre I am in right now, though, because it seems like I'm sticking to one genre. I want to try like maybe some mysteries or little like some other category, maybe away from romance, away from life, just something new. But if you are looking for a content creator with a bunch of recommendations, go ahead and check out her page on TikTok. She's amazing. Sorry, I keep saying I don't know how they identify, but they are amazing. Go ahead and check them out. So the book is told in a way where it's told in different dates leading up to something. You have no idea what something is. It's just like telling you like May 1996, June 1983. No. Like different years, different months. And it's like leading up to something. It'll be like 16 years earlier, 16 months earlier, blase, blase, blase. You don't know what it's leading up to, but you're getting closer and closer and closer. So from the beginning of the book, you're gearing yourself with the intention that something is going to happen. Obviously, you already know it's a book, something has to happen, but you're like, okay, we're getting closer, we're getting closer, we're getting closer. It basically starts with F.A.'s life, like basically her being born, I believe. No, sorry. It starts with F.A. and her husband having a quarrel, having a fight or whatever, and you hear that she's no longer home. And Sam is trying to find out where she is. That is where the book starts. And you're like, what is going on? It's already starting like you're thinking it's already the climax. Where are we going? That's not even the biggest point in the book, y'all. That's not even the climax of the book. The next thing that caught my attention in regards to the book is the perspective that it's being told from. Although the book is being told like through third person, you do feel like a connection and as if these characters are telling you things themselves, like it's written themselves, if that makes sense. And you especially see this from the perspective of F.A. Like I said earlier, the book is about F.A. and her relationship with her husband. And You see so much of the relationship, but you also get an idea of her relationship with her mother, her relationship with her sisters, her relationship with her friends. And even from Sam's perspective, you get an idea of like his relationship with his family, to a certain extent, maybe even like his relationship with his friends, because you really don't see much of them in the books. It's like making you wonder, it's like, I don't really think he's much of a friend person as much, or like it's more like Effe's and Sam share friends, if that makes sense. But it's also interesting because although we're like getting both of their lives, we're getting it through the duration of like decades. It's not just like, okay, at one point. It starts with Efe as a child. Sam comes in more of like their teenage years, and then it leads up to them being in like their 20s and 30s. Which leads to my third point, where the book is taking place. So the book is taking place in both London and Ghana. And I'm like, you be like, what the hell? What you mean London and Ghana? So Efe is Ghanaian. I'm not really sure what Sam is. I feel like I thought he was of some type of African descent, but I'm like, the way the story plays out, it doesn't look like he's of African descent. I don't know, because there's not much coming from his side of the family when it comes to culture. I don't see much in the book, but because she is Ghanaian, like born and raised in Ghana, you constantly see that back and forth from her, at least. Because the book is taking place in two different locations, you can constantly see the juxtaposition between the lifestyle and the culture, whether they're in Ghana or whether they're in London. And it's a very big difference because of like how both characters view their lives in both Ghana and in London. So towards the beginning of this book, we see that Efe is struggling with her life in London. Her parents send her to London as a little girl with her sister, and from get-go, like she's suffered, like I don't want to say she's struggling to get used to being over there. You don't necessarily know why, but like even in the book, she starts crying when she first gets here, and it's like you're like, what the hell? Why is she crying? It's like she probably misses her family. Da, da, da. Later in the book, you find out that this is actually not Efe and Sarah's first time being in London, and their first time when they were in London, she was about 5, I believe. It was not pretty. It was not pretty. Based on how the book is describing it, at that time, people were not very accepting of their culture, of them being there. People would like throw fireworks into their house. They would threaten them. It even got to the point where you hear a story where Efe was tied to a fence with jump ropes or something by other children. And mind you, she's like 5. And I think they basically, I don't know if they whipped her. I think they whipped her to the point she has marks on her back she has scars on her back that have never gone away. Like I think like she put skin grafts and everything and they're still there. So you then eventually pick up like halfway through the book why she feels the way she did towards London. And you understand why she has that trauma and why she has more of that closer attribute to Ghana. Obviously, Ghana is her home, but I think it's more of a place of refuge for her, which is very interesting to hear. I feel like her parents were trying to make London a place of refuge for her for a better education, but because of her experience, it was just never that for her. The last thing that made me so attracted to the book is the perspective it is told for specific decisions. And if you read the book, you'll understand what I mean by that. So please read the book. So like I mentioned before, the story follows Effie and Sam's relationship, their lives, their whole story. We start off the book knowing that they have a daughter together named Olivia. From the beginning of the book, you realize essentially Effie has abandoned Olivia and has left the country. She's left Sam and Olivia to go God knows where. As you read the book, you get a better understanding and you're able to see the difference between Sam and Efe in the sense of how they both feel about the idea of family. And you see this from like a young age, not just like when they're grown, adult, married. It's like, no, even when they were teenagers, even when they were in college, even in university, you get an idea of how they both feel about family. So for backstory, Sam has a father and a sister. His mother abandoned them when he was young. She does come back into their lives when he's like grown. But because of that, Sam has always been like he wants a family. He's always known he wanted a family. I feel like he wanted a big family, but he's like always been family. I know this is what I want. Efe is very much, I don't care for family. I don't care for kids. I don't care for family. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't care for it. And Sam knows this, but I think he gets thinks like she just needs to be won over, and in the sense that she doesn't know, but she's saying no, but I don't know what Sam is getting this idea from, because I feel like she made it very clear she didn't care for kids. So fast forward, they are married, and this is like 4 years into their marriage, I believe. Fa gets pregnant, and it's by accident. It's not on purpose. And she's like, I don't know if I should keep it. I don't think I'm keeping it. And Sam's like, what the hell are you talking about? This is perfect. I've always wanted a family. This is beautiful. And she's like, we can't have a baby. We can't have a family. This is not the life we signed up for. And Sam goes to the point where he's like, I'll make adjustments on whatever I need to make adjustments for us to have this child. I'm gonna support us. I'm gonna keep us as a family. I'm gonna just do the best that I can. And then FA's like, but I want a life of XYZ. I want to have a career. I want to do this. I want to do that. And he's like, you can still have that. We'll make those plans. I promise, I promise, I promise. He falls back on his promise. Things don't go as planned once they have their child, once they have Olivia. And obviously, this is to be expected. Nobody knows what to do when you're expecting, what happens when you have a child. It's like, no, you never can plan for that. It's just how life rolls. But it's like, I feel like FA knew she did not want this. In the book, she's constantly feeling like something's wrong. She even mentions like how she feels like she does not know how to properly care for her child. She's constantly feeling like she's at war with her child. Her younger sister actually had children before her, and she's like, everybody gets it but me. Everybody knows how to be a parent but me. Because there were times like you would hear the baby in her arms crying, not being able to put to sleep. The second the baby's in Sam's arms, the baby's fine. And she's just like, oh my God. I'm the drama. The baby hates me. I'm stuck as a mother. And eventually this leads her into going to postpartum. And I completely understand where that can come from. Not only from the idea of like you feeling like you don't understand your child, you don't understand the baby, this is you're a mother, this is like something you can't go back on. But also, FA wanted a career, and she put her career on hold to have her baby. But you never know when you're going to be able to go back to your career once you have a baby. You can say it'll be 6 months, but who knows what happens within those 6 months that doesn't allow you to go back. In this case, I think Sam's father became ill, so FA was now caring for him. Sam was working more hours to provide for their family, but he wasn't doing his end of the deal where he said he'd be more active with the child in the way that FA wanted. So all of these things just added to her becoming depressed with this baby. And it affects her so much. It gets so bad to the point where she is with the baby. She gets on the train she goes to the train station with the baby and accidentally puts the baby on the train, and the train leaves. And she's like, oh my God, my baby. She's panicking. She's going crazy. She goes to the train people. She doesn't know how to cope. She's like, my child. They're like, ma'am, we're going to look into this. I think she starts laughing, and then she just walks off. She leaves. She don't even care about that baby. She leaves. She abandons the baby. That's literally what they say. They call it abandonment, because technically that's what she did. Later on, she comes home because the police comes and finds Sam. They're like, sir, you abandoned your baby. He's like, no, she's with my wife. Blase, blase. It's like she's been abandoned. The wife comes home. FA comes home with her bags. She's been shopping. And it's like, girl, what the hell? The baby's been gone for hours. She's like, I went shopping. And it's like, oh, she's down bad. Baby girl's down bad. She's down bad. And that's when you really realize, like, she in the trenches. It's so sad. So the police decides to give them back their baby. They're like, hey, it was just a mistake. I'm gonna skim through the book. There's a lot of in-between pieces, but just to let you know, fast forward, they do eventually get used to having the baby, used to having Olivia, to the point like FA loves Olivia. There's no doubt in her mind. She loves being Olivia's mother. She loves Olivia. She loves Sam. She loves her family. They make a number of adjustments to accommodate this new life with the child, to the point where FA is comfortable and Sam is comfortable, and they're happy with their lives. Fast forward, Olivia's like 3 at this point. Somehow FA gets pregnant again, and baby girl, she's devastated, sick to her stomach, sick, and not throwing up. I'm not sick to her stomach to find out she's pregnant. She's like, ain't no way, I'm pregnant again. And at this point, FA knows it's like there's no going back on it. After my experience with the first baby, it's a miracle that I'm able to get to some sense of normalcy. I don't see me able to do that ever again. I don't want that experience for myself ever again. She's like, I don't want this baby. She doesn't even tell Sam that she's pregnant when she first finds out. She makes sure she throws it in the trash. And when I say she throws it in the trash, she takes that pregnancy test, takes it outside, throws it outside to the trash, stands outside till the trash men pick it up. She's not playing. She's like, I don't want him to know because I don't even know how. Like, she knows how she feels about this. She does not want to hear him saying we're having a baby. She then decides eventually she wants to terminate the pregnancy. She's like, I don't want to do this. Da, da, da. Eventually, Sam finds out she's pregnant. He's so happy, and she's like, I don't want this. And he's not understanding why she doesn't want it. He's like, can't you just wait a while? Like, just think about it. She does not want this baby. She does not want this baby. And that's the perspective I think is very interesting, where it's like, okay, you're clashing on who wants the baby. You don't want the baby. I want the baby. Just to let you know, she terminates the pregnancy. She goes to Ghana and she terminates the pregnancy. That changes the whole trajectory of the relationship. It does. It truly does. And I feel like that was very interesting to read, because it's like, I feel like we don't often hear from the perspective of a woman when she doesn't want the baby, what happens when she decides, I'm not keeping this baby. I feel like we hear more of the woman keeping the baby and just pushing through life. It's like, I love my kids. I don't even want them, but I love my kids. Or she has the abortion, she terminates the pregnancy, that's it. There was so much after she terminated this pregnancy. That's not even the focal point of the book, her terminating this pregnancy. It's meaty, but it's not the focal point of the book. I appreciate this book for having a conversation that people tend to steer away from, in the sense that people just I feel like a lot of books would just end it here when she had the abortion. It's like, no, let's keep the plot pushing. What happens after that termination? Like I said, that decision literally changed the whole trajectory of F.A. and Sam's relationship. Like, baby, you don't know if they're gonna make it. It really looked like they're not gonna make it. It really looked like they're not gonna make it. And I'm not gonna spoil too much. Like I told you, I was crying reading this book. It's not gonna be what y'all think it is. I was crying reading this book. Make sure y'all have y'all tissues ready. Like, I'm not playing. I'm not playing when I say you're gonna read this book and you're like, okay, you think it's over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. You're gonna think you're happy. You're not happy. Just get the tissue box ready. I definitely didn't expect this book to take me on the journey that it did, because once again, another TikTok book. The girls told me this book was, once you see this book in somebody's book haul, you know it's about to go down. I was like, it can't be that good. I read some other good books. So it's like, this whole 180. I was like, whoa. This was not like the other books I've been reading. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not what I thought was about to go down. I thought it was gonna be a cute little romance, 20 something story, coming of life, coming of age, whatever. This is not what this is. Or at least as a whole, it's not like the others. Let me say that. I would definitely recommend this book as a read. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend this as a book club read. Like, if you're doing a physical book club with other people and you're like the kind of person you like to read romance novels together, you like to be in happy moments together, you like to diddle daddle, be in communion, happy, this is not the book for that. You could read this on your own. I wouldn't say you can't read this in book club, but it's like, if you want a happy vibe, do not bring this to book club. Do not bring this to book club. It's an amazing book. I just don't know if it's the vibes. I don't think it's the vibes you're gonna want for book club. Let me know if you guys actually did read this book, or if you do end up reading this book, and share your thoughts down in the comment section below, because this book was juicy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, Black Lore UK, that's a page I'm gonna continue to follow till the wheels fall off, because you was given book after book after book. But like I said, be sure to comment down below. I'm gonna go ahead and check, because I love talking to you guys about the books we read. But until I see your comment down below, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!